only at QVC, and how about easy to grow shrub roses? This shrub can actually make almost like a border if you want to. Now there's two different sets to go from, and we're gonna take you through these. This first one in front of me gives you two big pinks and this beautiful orange. So you've got like the big pinks and the orange glow. That one is called Passion Punch. Think about punch. That's definitely the colors of punch. Then we're gonna take a look at the Big Bang. This is the Big Bang. You're going to, again, you're getting 3 of these bushes. You can get 2 in red with 1 yellow, and that's called the Big Bang. You're getting all 3 for $49.98. It should be more than double that. You can see how these roses have a lot of petals on them. It's M133069. It is our today's special value, and so we're bringing in Katie DeBow to tell us all about it from Cottage Farms.
Hello.
How are
Good.
you?
Oh, those earrings are beautiful.
I
At least they were your own design.
Hey, you designed roses, or your mother did.
Oh my gosh.
That's a whole nother story.
Yes.
First of all, what made this worthy of being a today's special value?
Oh.
It's the only roses we're going to do
Yes,
all year.
it is.
As far as today's special value.
It is, and it's our best price that Cottage Farms has ever offered on a rose.
Wow.
And Knockouts revolutionized, revitalized the rose industry when they came out. Really, they did something that no rose had ever done before, which was give you a beautiful rose that blooms continuously, Mary Beth, for 6 months. 6 months is like even better than an annual. They're disease resistant and they're easy care. What they do for you is they give you the confidence that you will succeed. Yeah. These roses you can grow. Even if you feel like you're one of those people that, listen, people tell me this like 10 times a day. I have a black thumb. I hear that like 10 times a day. I can't grow anything.
Yeah.
And I tell them, yes, you can. You can grow knockout roses. You too can have those beautiful roses in your yard. Non-stop color from, you know, looking. One of the things I love to do with design is sit in my house and look, where are the spots in my landscape I can see from my kitchen window when I'm washing my dishes or when I'm drinking my coffee. I want to see that landscape right there.
Yes. That's beautiful. That's the Passion Punch, by the way, correct?
Yes, so the Passion Punch includes 2 of these double pinks and the Orange Glow.
Gorgeous.
The Orange Glow is one of the newest members to the Knockout family. It was released in 2023. We brought it here and it sold out immediately.
Oh, wow.
Because if you've ever grown Knockout.
Them.
No, the yellow and the orange in these 2 collections are incredibly rare, still have this amazing power that the Knockout was created in 2000. 25 years we are celebrating, and this is the double red. And so the pink and the red are actually a very subtle changes from each other.
Right.
So what you're getting is just this bloom power, and then this is the Easy Beezy. This is part of the Big Bang collection.
Yeah.
The red and the yellow. Easy Beezy actually also has a light fragrance.
Yes, and that's the only one that does have fragrance.
Correct.
The Easy Breezy.
Correct.
Is it Easy Breezy?
Beezy. It's a pollinator plant. Yeah, so like it's a play
Easy
on.
Beezy.
Yes,
I love that.
Yeah.
In the meantime, here's what I want to remind you. If you want Passion Punch, it's the 2 pinks and an orange. If you want the Big Bang, it's 2 reds and a yellow. Here's what people are doing today. They are ordering more than 1 set. Here's what I want Katie to do for us. This is a really cool story. Listen to this. This goes back to, you mentioned it, 2000.
Yes.
25 years ago.
Yes.
Your mom was part of the development of these.
She was. Yeah, I actually have a business that we are in horticulture. This is what I do every day. And my mom started the business that we run. And she was called to help name and launch and bring this rose to market. Of course, at the time, the rose was called Razzleberry. And it was, that name was already taken. And so the reason they came up with Knockout is that it really truly knocks you off your socks. Yeah. What it does is it delivers.
There's your mom.
Oh, that is actually her in France. Wow. Smelling amazing roses. She's been able to travel the world, as I am lucky to do today, just visiting gardens around the world. And one of the things that we were so impressed by, or she was so impressed by this rose, is really how it revitalized the rose market and brought back breeders, growers, because this rose is so stunning in the landscape and so easy to care for.
I want to talk about easy. First of all, what parts of the country can grow these?
So most everyone in the country, it's zones 5 through 9, which means it's hardy down to -30.
Okay.
And
hey, that's lower than it ever gets here.
Yes, because the breeder actually is originally from Wisconsin.
Oh, there you
So that
go.
gives you a clue. That's where these were born. They can take the cold. Someone just asked me, what if it's in a container in cold weather?
Yeah.
If you're zone 6, you're fine. There's nothing you need to do. Put it in a container. The one trick with all roses, including knockouts, is full sun.
Full sun.
So meaning 4 to 6 hours.
Right.
You need a spot that gets 4 to 6 hours of sun a day and leave the rest up to the knockouts.
So let's go over there because we're going to show you exactly what you're going to get. And again, these will not ship out until it's time for you to plant.
Right.
So you're placing your order today. You're not going to get these in a week because that's, you know, most parts of the country, this is not the time to plant. But the whole thing is, this is what you're getting. You're getting 3 of these. Now, what I thought was interesting is that these are already 2 years old.
Yep, so we've been growing these. They are dormant in the field now. So I really want to emphasize how much better it is to plant bare root than it is. This is the only way I grow, or by small plugs, because this will get established faster in your garden, which means more results for you. Means roses in 60 days. It doesn't require, this plant, if the plant was growing in a pot, which this would be growing in a 2-gallon pot equivalent. So not only are you going to have to dig a hole that big, cart that around in your car, it's harder, but the plant is comfortable in that little hole, that little home, and then you put it in your new place and it shocks it. So no shock for transplant, which means it can do all the work putting out those blooms that you want it to.
Good.
And it's easier to plant.
Yeah, we're going to show you 4,800 sets already gone today. This price tag of less than $50, go for it. I love roses. My husband grows roses, but to be able to have them this big in shrubs is hard. And these only get 3 to 4 feet tall and 3 to 4 feet wide, unlike the 5 to 6 foot tall ones that get kind of lanky.
And if you're doing it in a container, this is about a 20-inch container. You can go 16. I think that would be okay. 16 to 20, and they may only get to be about 3 feet in the container. In ground, they'll be in their full capacity. But what I want you to see here is this was growing, this brown part was what was growing under the soil. Don't worry if you plant it a little deep. I want you to plant it deeper than shallower.
Okay, good to know.
Make sure you are bearing all of those roots. That's really my big trick for planting. And then we are going to dig about twice as wide as the root ball so they have room. The roots have room to grow. We dig a nice big wide hole in this container, which these can go in a sunny container on your patio. If you're not gardening in ground anymore, don't worry about it. But if you are, put them in ground. What I'm also going to do is tamp down, or pat down the soil around these to make sure you get rid of any air pockets.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yes, and if you're doing that in the ground too, you can just kind of walk on the soil around it. I'm going to water it in. I want to water in my containers until water comes out of the bottom of the drainage hole.
Did you all hear that? Water till the water comes out the bottom drainage hole of whatever it is, because it needs plenty of water. And it needs all sun. I mean, it needs a lot of sun. And by the way, I just pulled this out because this is what's coming with it. It will give you all the instructions, not just for planting, but how to care for it, how to maintain it, what to do in the winter, all of that. And then if you ever need to, their phone number is right here on the bottom. So you can always call that phone number if you need to. Okay, we're going to actually go to the flower show.
Great. I'm just going to fertilize here while you're doing that.
Oh, sure. By the way, that's so cool because they're little pods and they go in like a gallon jug. And then it lasts a long time. Okay, Philadelphia Flower Show going on right now just till the end of this weekend. And Chelsea Phillips-Reed is joining us. Hi, Chelsea.
Hi, Mary Beth. I'm here at the gorgeous Philadelphia Flower Show, celebrating 196 years. And what I love best is whether you're an experienced gardener or if you just love and appreciate the beauty of nature, this is the place to be. The displays are absolutely gorgeous, and QVC has been a big part of this special day. I'm so thrilled because I'm joined with a new friend, Victoria. Victoria, how long have you been coming to the flower show?
It's been a long time, honestly. I think go all the way back to 2014. Taste of London
All the
was
way
first
back
time.
to 2014.
Yes.
So Victoria, are you an experienced gardener?
But I try my best, at least when it comes to gardening.
Well, and we were talking earlier because today is all about the cottage roses, that 25-year anniversary knockout rose. Have you ever gardened with roses?
I've definitely tried. You know, I was a little intimidated at first to be able to do so and everything, but I heard a little bit from you here about what's going on. I'm very excited to learn more.
Well, and Victoria, this is what's so incredible is we're bringing you the knockout rose today that is drought resistant, that is heat resistant, that is rabbit resistant, and you're going to have 6 months of beautiful blooms. But I need to ask you, what do you prefer? Do you want pink roses or red?
Pink, absolutely.
Well, dreams come true at the Philadelphia Flower Show. So as a special thank you, Victoria, we are bringing you pink roses as a special thank you for being here today.
So beautiful. Oh my goodness.
And
Did they last 6 months?
Well, no. And so tell me about what is your favorite thing here today?
Oh, I absolutely love the artistry of just everything that's put together, the thought and the detail that everyone went through just to make sure that the combinations were perfect to make this aesthetic beauty that's all around us. You know, again, there's a lot of times where we definitely see like a lot more modern structures, a lot more gray and a lot more dull. But you see this vibrant,
explosion of color.
Exactly.
Oh my
exactly.
gosh.
So it's
well, thank you so much,
Absolutely.
Victoria.
Thank you so much.
Oh my
I
gosh.
really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, Mary Beth, we're going to bring you an explosion of color and joy and flowers all day long. Back to you. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much. How nice to meet Victoria. And here's the interesting thing. These are award-winning roses. She wants the passion punch.
I love it.
Which is the pink with the orange. This is the big bang, which is the red and the yellow. But here's what I want to talk about. These are award winners.
Yes.
And I want to go back to why is this the easy rose? Like seriously, I mean, roses can be a pain.
Yep.
And these are not. These are, you know, here's the interesting thing. Low maintenance, no deadheading or much pruning, more disease resistant, constant blooming. I mean, what more could you ask for?
I know. I want to talk a little bit here about the breeder. His name is Will Radler, and I spoke to him on the phone this week because I told him that we were going on with the knockouts, and I was so excited to be able to say to him, give me some stories about why this really did revolutionize the rose industry. And he told me he started working on it in 1974.
Oh
so
my goodness.
that's,
I was still in high school at that
that's
point.
26 years before it was released. So talk about how this rose became so revolutionary. It didn't happen overnight.
Right.
The work that went into making this rose such a bloom power, such a disease resistant rose, that took forever. So what he did actually is he tested and tested and he threw roses away. Thousands. He said he went through thousands of roses before he found a rose that not only would bloom 6 months continuously, but the big problem was disease. And so he actually took black spot infested leaves and would sprinkle them over the roses to make sure that they would not get the disease. I mean, direct contact. These cannot get a disease. And so that enabled people, like everyday people, not master gardeners, to be able to grow these. And the pruning, that was what was so complicated. People didn't know when to prune, how to prune. You never have to prune these if you don't want to.
That? You never have to deadhead or prune these. And they're only going to get 3 to 4 feet tall, 3 to 4 feet wide. More of the 3 feet if it's in a container, 4 feet if it's in the ground. And this will go really from like Wisconsin down to what?
Down to northern Texas, northern Florida.
Okay.
It can take over 100 degrees. I mean, here in Pennsylvania, we can get
we can
into
get 100
the
degrees.
100, sometimes over 100 degrees. So they'll take the heat. Knockout has been known as the indestructible plant. And so, of course, when they are babies, this first year when you get them home, I like to say, check on them every day for a week. Make sure they, you know, if they're dry, that every week for a month, and then every month for a year. After that, you won't have to do anything. Nothing.
You know, because the roots are 2 years old to begin with, when you get to the end of this first season, they're 3 years old already,
Yeah.
and they're really about full grown.
Exactly.
I mean, that's pretty incredible. And that's why people come to QVC to buy their roses, to buy their plants. Cottage Farms has been in business since 1947. Now, here's what I would recommend. When you get $110 worth of roses for less than $50,